So it is indeed all or nothing. Oh, there's another zap. Playing that card might end up being your downfall. In all honesty, playing that card might end up being the choice that you regret. Because that open attack would have actually been devastating that there wasn't too much I could do about it. But now... Now there is something I can do about it. Hello, Gomez here from the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you today. I'm going back on a deck that I did not too long ago, which was basically Ezreal with Freljord, so with Ashe. But I've made a couple of changes and it's no longer Ezreal and Ashe, it is now Ezreal and Teemo. Let's get into this. So obviously, when I made the deck before, as I said, I used Ashe with Ezreal because I was actually using an old archetype, because Ashe and Ezreal actually were back in the day a really nice combination, and obviously now with Ezreal being only 6 targets, that combination is actually still a nice way to explore. So I really wanted to do that again because it was just a reminder of the past from, like, beta and everything like that back in those days. But I've decided now that although Cold Shot is a magnificent deck and you can still play that really well, Cold Mystic Shrooms is what I've decided to go with. Now I will explain the differences in this deck. So this deck, instead of running Ashe, you're running Teemo, because you're running Teemo, so a lot of the package is the same, okay? A lot of the package is the same. Your main differences are the fact that obviously Peddler's in here, and you've got so you're working off of those Shrooms that are coming here. A lot of those burst speed spells, because obviously that's going to be working with the Peddler to put mushrooms in your opponent's deck. I did actually explain most of these reasons in that last deck, but I will try to go back through them again. But the main reason is because we're running Feel the Rush in this deck. Now, Feel the Rush is actually the reason. So there's no ramp, you're not ramping towards it. It is just as an alternate win condition, because obviously Ezreal and Teemo can actually do a lot of damage on their own, especially if you're running throwing those mushrooms into your opponent's deck and doing these things. It's a very, very powerful, and then all those mushroom spells, once Ezreal levels up, is doing damage to your opponent. The mushroom's doing damage to the opponent, and you are just literally whittling them down. Feel the Rush is an alternate win condition for when there's nothing else. It is literally you've been controlled the hell out of and there's no way out. But Feel the Rush, getting a 10-10 elusive Ezreal and a 10-10 elusive Teemo is just the, well, if I'm not going to win any other way, this is the way I win. Because obviously that is full-on lethal. With which in elusiveness. Obviously, if your opponent's not running any defense elusively, they could also be running Frostbites themselves, but obviously Frostbite is a nice little way of being able to stall out the game and being able to do what you need, as well as the fact that they're targeting, so they do help with Ezreal. So obviously Brittle Steel, which is like again is a target that's helping Ezreal, as well as the fact that when he levels up, that is also going to be doing 2 damage to the enemy core. Teemo getting that elusive damage in. The ability to be able to save either Ezreal or Teemo with Troll Chant is such an amazing ability. Like, Troll Chant is by far one of the best spells they ever put in the game, in terms of for keeping things alive and stopping your opponent from doing too much damage. As bearing in mind that that can also be used as a counter against Reckoning and whatnot like that, because you can force your opponent's attack down so that it's no longer 5+, so that Reckoning doesn't work, as well as obviously you've got your Frostbites that can still do the same thing. But if you've got nothing else and you've got a Troll Chant, it's just such a nice move. All these targety Frostbitey things, obviously to level Ezreal, as well as that I said when he's leveled. Shared Spoils, because you've got Teemo, because you've got Ezreal doing damage in elusively, there's most likely a chance that you will hit this, so it's a little bit of draw with a bit of buff, which I do like, as well as the fact that, yeah, again, it's another burst speed spell, so working off of Ezreal. Flash of Brilliance, just because we're in here with the Peddler, so it just makes sense to have this so that you can put as many widget mushrooms into your opponent as possible, level Teemo up very quickly, and then, as I said, it's forcing that mushroom damage in, as well as the damage that could be coming in from Ezreal when he levels up. So it's just damage galore. Van Dupes. For anyone who doesn't know, that is DPS, so damage per second. It's a thing that gets used on like rogues and things like that in so your DPSs are your fast damage dealers, but yeah, but I like Van Dupes. Van Dupes is that's what I call it, van damage per second. So what we do is we've got that, and it's just the statics for the draw as well as the target progress days getting that draw. It's such a nice deck. I do actually really enjoy this version of the deck. Don't get me wrong, the Ashe deck is still really good and still playable. Obviously this has got more of like a rummage for that kind of draw mechanic, rather than obviously like we've got more progress day in the other one, and there's more like those kind of targety things, as well as the fact that this deck does not actually run a which this deck doesn't run shared spoils, and it doesn't run like the other deck doesn't run on treat. Technically, I guess you could on. Actually, I don't think we've got thermal actually in the other deck either, have we? In the cold shots deck. You know, we haven't actually got thermal. Technically, I guess you could add thermal. I do like the way that this deck runs as is, but I would like there is always room for edits, and so if there is any kind of changes, obviously you could put some thermals in, you could put some on treats in, just to, because again, just to make sure that you're drawing Ezreal or drawing Teemo. But as I said, it's because the Feel the Rush is coming in at the end. That's like the big draw of them, that it's not a 100% thing that you need the on treat. But obviously thermal being could potentially be something that you might want to put in. But let me know if there's any changes on whatnot that you would make to this deck, or if you run this deck and it works for you. Let me know, because I love hearing from you guys when I get a message saying oh, I tried your deck and it really worked, but I changed this around and it seems to be working a lot better. I love anything along those lines. Literally, that's the whole reason of this channel. We are a community channel, lanning up together, we're working together to work out these kind of decks together. So I no way say that I'm the best deck builder. I know how to build a deck, and I know how to build a deck that is somewhat cohesive and can work, but but there is always going to be things that are going to slip up to optimize it. That's why we need everyone's help. So thank you all so much, as I said, because literally everyone who does message and whatnot, it does mean so much to me. If you enjoy this content as well, why not hit that subscription button? Because I do actually have a personal goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on YouTube, on 1,000 followers on Twitch, sorry, by the end of the year. We are so close to it. The amount of support, yet again, has been overwhelming. We are within 150 on YouTube, and we're within basically 50 on Twitch. It is magnificent. You guys are amazing, and thank you so much. You are just helping me fulfill what I want to do. This is what I want to entertain you guys. I want to give you guys amazing Legends of Runeterra content, and by stopping me from having to worry about anything else, if I could just concentrate on this, that's what I would love to do. I would love to just continuously entertain you guys. So if that sounds like fun, then why not hit that subscription button and follow button if you haven't already. But thank you so much if you already do. Speaking of the Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, active on all of them. I mean, I guess I need to be a little bit more active on Instagram. I haven't been 100% active on there, but I need to start posting a bit more. But I'm definitely active on Twitch, and I'm definitely active on Twitter. So if you want to get involved with that, please feel free to do those things. I do stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to. There's loads of different things that which you can have a good laugh with. So please make sure that if you want to join that and just talk in chat, because that's the thing, if you come along, please talk in chat, because I love talking to all you guys. I love hearing your experiences. I love knowing what's going on and what you guys think about what's going on. So please feel free to catch me when I'm live. There is also the Discord link down below. So we're building a lovely community of people who love Legends of Runeterra, love gaming, and love having a good laugh in general. So if that sounds like fun, why not join that Discord? Because I'm always in there, so you can always just talk to me, ask me, throw me questions or whatnot. But there is also a games night and a movie night in that Discord. So we'll be on mic together. You'll be on mic with Gomez, and we'll play some stupid games or watch some silly films. So anyway, without further ado, let's get in and see how this deck do. Okay, so this is the go hard deck, right? With so Twisted Fate Gang playing go hard, and because obviously the dread way to make it do more damage and whatnot. I'm assuming that's what deck I'm against. So basically what we need to be doing is trying to stop his attacks to core, so we can kind of slow down that Gangplank level up, right?
Blood and sweat.
It's so annoying, because the only one who I could throw forward here would be Teemo, but I don't want to. I'm going to still throw Teemo forward, but I'm going to let him get that 2 damage in, because I'm not going to sacrifice Teemo to that. Such upset, but you got to let it happen. You got to let that damage go in. I'm actually just going to attack forward here. I do still have a troll chance to save Teemo if he tries to use a go hard on him. That's the one thing. I kind of want to keep that mana back in case he He goes for it. He could go for an open, but I do actually have stuff that can stop this turn. Yep. Let's go with that move. Do a little bit of damage into him as well, because why the hell not? I regret my decisions! I mean, I do have a troll chant as well, so I can actually still, if he does do some kind of weird buff or whatnot, I do still... Oh no, it's a kill. It's a kill instead. Which, to be fair, I'll take that. I'd rather he be killed. I still want to be able to keep enough mana back for... So potentially the sentry, because I do want to keep enough mana back for a troll chant, just in case the go hard move, as I said, comes out. Good. So I've actually got a target as well now, which is very nice. I mean, my mushroom man. I will play Mushroom Man next time. I love there's one of those things where you got your favourite things that you just want to play, but it's just like, I can't play him yet, but I will play him. I will play him, and I'm gonna have so much fun when I play him. So I just want to keep the, of course, actually really good move on his side. So we can still keep Teemo alive here. Still keep Teemo alive. We do actually get a bit of draw as well. I guess I should have realised that he was up to 5, so he had the ability to use Withering Well. I should have known that this was a thing that was going to happen to me. Okay, so there we go. Getting that level up. Top deck in another troll chant is definitely amazing. I mean, I really would have loved to have had the peddler on the board for this, but I can just get Teemo past that. I mean, obviously he could potentially have go hard, which again would kill him, but forcing 2 resources on that would be hilarious. Have free. I mean, he could have gone for that attack forward, because obviously I would have been very hesitant about putting my Mushroom Man in front of that. We could go forward with Ezreal, because I mean, Ezreal kind of threatens the fact that we can kill his Twisted Fate with a Mystic. We do still have a threat. Of course he has Zap immediately to counter Ezreal. Okay, so the question is, who would he counter? Would he counter Ezreal or would he counter Teemo? Because he can only stop one of them, right? So his question is, okay, he's actually going for the Teemo. So he doesn't want to stop Ezreal? I guess he's been trying to kill Teemo since the begining. That is just such a hard thing for him to hit. Oh man, if that was the level up, that would have killed his Zap as well. But no, I want to kill his Twisted 2. I want to kill with my Mystic. But the fact that like he's tried to kill Teemo several times. Of course, yep. Denying my my strike as well as denying my spell, which means that mushrooms don't go in, so we don't level Teemo. But the mushrooms, they still hit. That's really good against this deck, because his deck is actually about drawing, because he's trying to draw into go hard. So that's a nice little thing about playing against this deck, is that it actually kind of helps. I feel like he's done that because he knows he's got to go. He's literally just like hit into. He's only got so few mushrooms, but he seems to have hit into them like every single time. He's like, there's so few mushrooms, but he's literally just hit into every single time. In fact, we're going to put some more in there for you, mate. Don't worry. In case you feel a little bit left out, I think we'll throw some more in there for you. Okay, so I'm actually just going to let this hit go in, because we could defend, but then it means Ezreal takes damage, and if Ezreal takes damage, it could be problematic, because we're allowing him the go hard potential there. So I'd rather just do this. Go for it, because I said, like, we really are near to feel the rush move as well. We're not there yet, but we're very near to a feel the rush move. So he finally managed to kill Teemo. Actually, maybe we should have put Teemo in front of that then. But we're not going to be able to play it next turn. Actually, what you would say, it's going to be the turn after, isn't it? That we're going to be able to use that. So I'm going to go wide on the board. I mean, the fact that we've just top decked the Teemo again just makes that even more funny. I mean, obviously we've got a kind of issue here that we can't get through. Of course, there's more. Of course, there's more. Thingamajiggies. Like, I'm actually just gonna throw these two guys forward because I want to keep my Mushroom Peddler alive. Forcing him to trade up one of his zaps would be good as well, knowing that we're going to go into a Feel the Rush move. It's a shame because then there's literally only the one Teemo left, so he is going to become a 10-10 though. We could actually force, actually no, because like, this is the only way that we know for a fact that one of these dies, because obviously if we put Ezreal out, he could have put this one forward and then, he could have put this one forward and Ezreal wouldn't be able to kill that one, so yeah, I don't mind this. Is it another? I really thought he was going to throw another whale out, you know. So he's going with a full-on ball trade. But we're going to go for putting as many mushrooms in that deck as we can because he seems to have been drawing into so many mushrooms that I don't mind. I don't mind giving him some more mushrooms to draw into. We get a little bit of draw here. Hopefully something that we can play. I was really hoping for something that I could play rather than that, if I'm going to be honest. But let's see what we get off. Actually, no, we'll save that because you work so well with a peddler. I was expecting red card. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting red card for the full-on, because I mean, blue card works against him right now in terms of the fact that he's just drawing more of his shrooms. But fine, if that's the way he wants to play, that's the way he wants to play. Owie. So it is indeed all or nothing. Oh, there's another zap. Playing that card might end up being your downfall. In all honesty, playing that card might end up being the choice that you regret, because that open attack would have actually been devastating. That there wasn't too much I could do about it. But now, now there is something I can do about it. And that's actually the Ezreal level up there as well. If we can get that, I mean, obviously now they go, oh, vengeance. He really hates I mean, to be fair, Teemo has been doing a lot to his deck, so I understand. That is the last Teemo sadly dead, so we've got it all on Ezreal now. He didn't actually go for an attack forward, then they actually, like, stopped the attack, which is in itself quite devastating. We're going to go with, oh, man, we could even go for a bit of draw first. No, actually, no, because obviously we want to level Ezreal. If we can level Ezreal, then we can work from there, so forcing this so that we can level Ezreal, have two Ezreals on the board, and then let damage commence. So, Flash of Brilliance. I mean, such a weird card to get in this situation, but there we go. We'll take that damage for now, and then we can play that guy on the board. So there we go. We've got rid of his elusives right now. Warning shot. Riptide Rex, yep. It's a good move. I mean, he just lives. Okay, don't worry. This is perfectly fine. I mean, it's not fine, but we'll have to live with it. We can find a way to make this work, okay? So throw you out. So we've got this spell which actually creates two more. I mean, the thing is, we're only going to be doing 1 damage per those spells. We need our targeting spells. We need our draw. We can find our progress day and just draw a considerable amount. I mean, that's still a target spell, which is quite nice. So, and also there is actually the Shrooms, which are yet again oh, I mean, no, don't do draw, mate. I mean, I guess that could be getting rid of some Shrooms, but don't do draw. Owie! So he's got the Twisted Fate level up, which is actually big for him. I'm not gonna lie, actually, Twisted Fate level up is actually really big. What we can do is we can go this spell into this spell, which means that we can go +2 negative, which means that 2 goes in, and then just use that. GG. I mean, that was the best move there that we could do, but yeah, literally not. I'm not gonna lie, it was scary for a little bit of time. For a little bit of time, it was a bit scary. Oh, I have not seen you in so long. Bald Eagle. Bald Eagle. I have, honestly, I have not seen this in so long. I mean, obviously, it's really powerful. Just as I was complimenting him, it's a very powerful deck, but apparently not powerful enough for him to want to go into a match. Oh, okay. So, much invoke and stuns. Throw with Demacia, so there's actually going to be some dragons in this as well, potentially. Definitely single combats and concerted strikes, maybe a judgment. Anyway, so I want to keep Peddler. Peddler is the man who I want to keep. I'm actually going to keep a troll chant to potentially keep him alive as well. Gonna get rid of shared spoils for the time being, but obviously, like, it's gonna be very nice once we can start getting those mushrooms going, and, like, like basically it's like a free buff and a draw. So that's gonna be the plan, whether it happens or not. Okay, we're doing. So he's not really working on his, because he doesn't seem to have any of his like early game Leona-y stuff. A big part was like, do I just throw? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna throw Ezreal out into this. I'm going to throw Ezreal out into this and then regret all my decisions. That's going to be the plan. I think that sounds like a good plan, right? Because it stops... Basically, by throwing Ezreal out, I'm going to stop him from playing most things because he doesn't want me to have a target for the... draw of dragons!
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Go for the attack. So we've got a Mystic Shot in hand now, so it's like... He doesn't really want to play anything onto that ball because he doesn't want... Mystic to hit anything, but we do still have other things as well. We've got Brittle Steel, we've got right. So the dragons come out now, right? But he still can't use the challenge dragon. Yep, he can do that. Very true. We can frostbite her to give us for the most mana kind of stuff that we can go for. We can do that. Technically, big part of me is like, do I leave the mana because next turn I want to be playing the Peddler. I could have technically played the Sentry, but as I said, like, I kind of want to. I mean, even throw him forward as well, because if he throws, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, obviously single combat, as I said, but we can actually force down her damage. Yep, single combat. Where I said we can force up his health and force down her damage. Would have been amazing if Peddler was on the ball, because obviously Peddler would have just meant that this would have been a lot nicer. But like, I mean, like, we would have been putting Shrooms in their deck as well as doing that. But it's fine. It is always sunny. I mean, we might as well kill her. We could technically put some damage into him, but I mean, I guess if we would have put damage into him, we would have put him into Brittle Steel range. But yeah, no, I don't mind this. I do not mind this. He can even have that 5 damage if he really wanted it. I would even let you have 5 damage. How would you like them apples? Ooh, okay, right now. Apparently he did not like those apples. I'm going to actually play my draw mechanics, because I kind of need draw right now. I mean, obviously, I've got my static, so I could throw that out as well. But no, I'm going to go with that. We could actually throw a Flash of Brilliance, just because we've got Peddler on the board, so why not? But I would like to have Peddler and leveled Ezreal on the board to be able to do that. So that's fine. I'll take that and take that. We can actually technically freeze that to save this, but or we do that and then freeze there. I mean, we know. Actually, I kind of want to keep my freezes because we know that he's running single combats. So, yeah, no, we know he's running single combats. So I'd rather kind of keep my freezes to be able to stop that. Concerted Strike is obviously also a problem. But we can't do anything about we can't do anything about Concerted. Throwing a second Peddler on the board. Throwing a second Peddler on the board would be nice. I'm gonna go with this open attack first. Gonna go with the open attack first. Get ourselves another Mystic, just so that when we throw the other Peddler down, significance. So A Sol drops, right? A Sol drops next turn because of that ability. So number 1, I guess we kill. I mean, we could always kill the Always Sunny guy as well, because the Always Sunny guy is quite annoying, but we could also pick these ones off. But firstly, let's go with the Always Sunny guy. We're actually just gonna go for just trying to put as much shroomage in that deck as possible right now. as much shroomage in that deck as possible. Going with spell. I mean, technically, actually, we should have waited until we leveled Ezreal, as I said, to be able to do that move. But sod it. I have made my decisions. I have made my decisions. So doing that, forcing more shrooms into that deck, as well as the fact that Ezreal is basically level. We could actually level Ezreal, but I would prefer to leave it for next turn. Static shock levels. I mean, the fact that we could throw that out. The fact that we could throw that out is in itself devastating. So I guess we kind of want to kill you. And do we want to ping that spell shield? I guess considering the fact that we're already going to be killing one thing and we're not going to be killing anything else, I don't actually mind pinging that spell shield to know that we can then harsh winds that in the future. I honestly don't mind doing that as long as I can keep 3 mana so that I can still use Feel the Rush next turn. I'm actually fine with it. Ooh. You cheeky son of a bitch. You cheeky son of a bitch. Okay, so all we want to do is we want to try and make sure that he doesn't get... We just want to make sure he doesn't get that level up. Right? So we could actually throw... We could actually throw that in to make sure that he doesn't get the level up. Yeah, because let's face it, so this is going to be... So I'm just going to throw that... Actually, no, we can throw it in there. I mean, it doesn't actually matter about... I'd rather keep that little tiny bit more health. Throw that in there. And then brittle this guy. Because then that means, yes, that should mean that he still doesn't level, which is what we need. We just basically, as long as we can just keep him from leveling, we're actually in an okay position. Oh, that's even nice. That's a nice one as well, isn't it? That's a nice one. So we go with the Feel the Rush move. We go with the Feel the Rush move here. Get 2 Ezreals and get would you like a Teemo? So we can even do this move first so that we can keep that mana, throw significant shroomage into our opponent's deck, and then throw this out. Because this is going to be very hard for a counter, potentially. I mean, obviously, like, he's got invoke cards, but it's not like he's leveled A Sol. He could level A Sol at the end of this turn, but he's got a lot of damage which is going to be coming his way that he needs to do things about. Oh, is he just gonna concede? I was getting ready for the dance, because let's face it, we're getting ready for the dancing times. But then, like, you know, if our opponent doesn't do anything, there's not much we can do about it. Right, so now that's out, and so that's damage into his core as well, by the way. That's damage into his core as well. Bearing in mind that the level up does not 100% matter. The level up does not 100% matter. Oh, he's gone! Oh, no! I was going to say, because he can't stop the elusive. I mean, he could have had Sharp Sight. He could have had Sharp Sight, because obviously he was running a little bit of Demacia as well. But he knew. He knew it was done. Because the thing was, we could have actually just kept everything back and allowed the level up and then just gone, oh, well, freeze, freeze, freeze. And then those damages, because we had 2 Ezreals on the board doing damage, 2 peddlers, so all of those shrooms going in as well. I mean, he was on a devastating clock and he knew it. So that is the Cold Mystic Shrooms deck. As I said, I do actually like this one. It is just a variant on the other deck that I did, the Cold Shot deck. Obviously, I said that was running Ashe. Both decks are still technically viable. I just really like this one because I do like a Teemo deck as well with an Ezreal. The fact that as well that it's got the alternate win condition of Feel the Rush, so that you could then get an Ezreal and Teemo, like 2 10-10 elusive guys on the board, is amazing. And then obviously just any damage which is coming off those shrooms and that. That's why I do kind of prefer this deck over it. But please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If there's any changes that you would make, please let me know as well. As I said, I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you want to join that, link down below, as well as the Discord if you want to join the Discord. All that I can say is I hope that you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you have a great day. Until next time, bye. I said don't you do it! Okay, okay. Is there literally anything that I could draw or that I could get from Flash of Brilliance that could save me? Save me! That doesn't save me! Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.